Well, when the truth is found,
when it's involved in Steve
real.
Harry.
Yeah.
And joining me is Dutch today, who's a radio warhorse, you could say, too, and he's a comedian, and he's mastered the art. I've always said this about him, of being funny, because when he says funny things, he doesn't have to laugh himself into funny or laugh other people into funny, which makes it even funnier, and that's a skill you got to acquire. Am I right?
Well, that's an excellent pet peeve that I didn't even think about. That's a very good one. I can't stand that shit. I will decide what you just said is funny. Don't start laughing at it and then expect me to just join in on your laughter. Yeah, that's a great one.
It is a great one, and some people think they have this funny laugh, and they think that makes you laugh their funny laugh after they say something stupid, which they don't, because, as I said, I'll decide whether it's funny, and you laughing at your own joke won't make it funny to me. And that gets me to another pet peeve, which is this. I hate people that tell jokes. I hate people. Here's a funny joke, and it's like, it's already not funny to me, because they've set it up. Because if you tell a joke, you just have to treat it conversationally and have a funny punchline at the end of it, and it can't be a joke, And so the minute someone says, well, I've got a joke for you, so all of a sudden you feel pressure to laugh, right? All of a sudden it's awkward, and what if it's not funny, which it never is, when someone ruins it by setting it up by saying, here's a funny joke, and it's never funny, and then you got a fake laugh, so you lose. Someone says, here's a joke, you automatically lose, because it'll never be funny enough. And then you feel like you have to lose. You have to laugh. And so then you feel like an asshole. And then, and then when it's not funny, you go, well, that's not funny. And you lose again because you look like an asshole. See, so don't tell me a joke. And I hate jokers. I can't stand them. Next.
Damn.
I hate jokes. I hate jokes.
Jokes. Some of them are cool. I mean, if they're short, anything over 30 seconds is way too fucking long. I can't stand them. It's like you're sitting there checking your watch. I zone out. I have ADHD, and I'm a burnout too. It's like after years of partying, I don't have the attention span, nor do I care. Like you said in the beginning about like, what do you do for a living? I don't really give a shit about what you do, but we're in the golf cart together. We got to say something. So let's see if we have any common ground. I don't care about the minutia of what you do. You say radio. Oh, okay, cool. Radio. I like radio. How about the weather? Just move on.
The title of the show today with Dutch and myself, and others will join in, is I hate parties. And that's one of my pet peeves. I hate parties. I hate going to parties. I hate being invited to them, and I hate having to go, because that's it, isn't it? You feel like you have to go, because parties aren't really about you and going to have fun and all that. It's all about the host. It's a sacrifice for me to go to a party, because the host invites people and a host wants people to go, and it's a failure, if you don't have people go to your parties. I remember I had a gay roommate once, Sherry, and she's cool, really cool chick, and she had a rugby party one time, and she said, God, she was so nervous about this party she was having, and so she had all of her rugby players. There were like 20 of them, or 25, and then at the end of the night she said, it was a success. I'm a success. See, and so that's what it's like when you go to these places. It's all about the person that gives the party. And what do you do at a party, dude? The only good party is a late night, because at that point your chances are increased to getting laid. Isn't that it? That's when it all comes down to it. That's what you like about it. You're going to a party at 9 or 10 o'clock and it's a hoity-toity, okay? And some friends invite you over, and you sit around, and there's always someone that's awkward in the conversation, or someone that gets too drunk. And you always feel like the conversation is forced, and it's so hard to be interested in what someone says that you don't know. And then you find someone you do know, and then you end up talking to them because you don't want to talk to anyone else. So the hell with it. Parties, pet peeve of mine. Next.
No. Wow.
Yeah, pet peeves. So the other day, I'm at the grocery store, and this is a killer for me. You're pulling a grocery cart out, and you got all your shit in there, right? You do. And so you unload it, and you look for the cart thing, what do you call it? The cart part thing, right? And you take your little cart, and you put it in there. Unless you're sorry, SOB. Isn't that drive me insane? When you're walking through the parking lot and cars just left everywhere.
Yes. What's the matter with you people? You know, here I've had a couple, and what was it? A couple days ago, I had the opportunity to really. I caught a guy doing it. You know, there's the car park there, and you put the thing in there. Well, it was drizzling just a little bit, and a guy comes rushing over, and he puts it like touching the thing, but outside of it. So it's like on base or some shit. I'm like, I said something to the guy. I'm like, close enough, huh? He's like, yeah, close enough. I'm like, no, actually it's not, but I'll take it in for you. I don't want you to melt, sugar. And I stormed off, and I got to be a dick to a guy who's a lazy asshole. I mean, and it's always somebody our age, someone who is able-bodied. I've seen old people hobbling over to put their card away like they're supposed to. And I've seen stupid people who are closer to taking it back inside the store, take it farther out to the little parking place to put it in there as opposed to just fucking take it back in. What's the matter with you? Golly. Here was I have an idea for this. So hold with me a second. You know how they do at the airport where you got to put $1 in to get a cart. And when you take the cart back, you put the cart back in, you get your $1 back or 75 cents back. That'll put it back in those lazy assholes. Oh, I don't need $1. There'll be people out there. I'll take that for you, sir. I'll be glad to grab that for you, sir. Problem solved right there.
That's brilliant. It is. That's brilliant. And I can't find a single fault with that. Why it wouldn't work. Not a one. You know, and it's fine when the old ladies, you know, even the old ladies in their handicap, you know, chairs or whatever, those are wheelchairs or something. Even they try to do something like that. It's the people, you know, that can do it, that don't. It's just only one word for someone that does something like that, and I think it every single time. And what's the word?
Jagoff.
Jagoff.
Jagoff. You're goddamn right, Blade. They're a bunch of goddamn jagoffs.
What a jagoff. Ridiculous. Okay, pet peeves, you can join in, you know, on the show if you'd like to. You know, anything else on your mind? I got a million of them, man. And one of them is this: I hate being hit on the head. You know, I don't care if it's hard or if it's soft. It just pisses me off to get flicked on the head. You know, my little brothers used to do that because it startles me. And so I'm being startled. You know, it's a pet peeve of mine to get. Don't touch me anywhere above my shoulders. You know, it just aggravates the crap out of me. You know, here's another one. It's really windy here. It's Arizona, and it's really windy. And I just don't get the whole wind thing. I step outside, and it's windy, and it's blowing things everywhere, and it's dusty, and I hate it, and I don't get it. You know, it'd be one thing if you understood why it is windy, but I don't understand why it is windy. I don't get why there is wind, but all it does is aggravate. You know, and for that reason, I hate fans. You know, how weird is that? You know, I hate fans because they don't help. Because you put on a fan on a hot day and the fan goes off, and all it does is remind you how fucking hot it is. You know, it doesn't make you any cooler, really, maybe for a quick second, something like that. But the one thing I just don't get, I mean, it messes everything up. You know, it blows stuff all over your yard. You know, I'm getting into that too now. Get off my lawn stuff. It's starting to happen. You know, this lawn, you know, and I like it nice, and the wind blows all the crap all over the place. And then the pine pollen in North Carolina blows it all over the place. You know, these herd of locusts going across the fields, and it's pine pollen, you know, and that's all because of the wind. That's because the wind does all that. Okay, so it blows a girl's skirt up from time to time. Okay, that's bonus. But that's maybe one of there's a dick joke. I call that a dick joke. That's gutter talk, and that, you know, you have to take it there. I do. It's cheap, but I look at it that way. So there, you know, so there's that, you know, so that's irritating to me. It's a pet peeve of mine is wind. Because can you think of a reason why there is wind? I mean, it spreads forest fires, you know, it breaks windows, you know, and then you got the hurricane thing. And see, look, I've thought about it, man. You know, pet peeve, it's wind for sure. Of course, you don't give a shit. He's never even thought about it. Hey, try going through Texas, West Texas, man, where there's nothing but wind for 3 months. You know, March, April, May, just nothing but wind for 3 months. Irritating as crap. I've done it, you know, a couple times. You know, and here's the other thing. Get to the point. You know, get to the point. That's another thing that aggravates the crap out of me is when, and I've been going on for 10 minutes, but get to the point. Okay, now look, I've had a point. At least there was that line in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Steve Martin's talking to John Candy. He says, "Do me a favor, have a point." you know, and I've always remembered that because he goes on and on and on in the movie, you know, and that's the thing. And if you do have ADD, ADD, or CH or whatever it is, like you do, you have, let's be realistic here. How much time do you have to ingest what someone says to you? 30 seconds, maybe? When do you start trailing off when you're talking to someone when they're telling you something?
Oh, about 4.5 minutes ago.
See, I couldn't stop and I can't help it. You know, I know. When did you tune out? About 30 seconds in?
I don't know. No, I'm just enjoying it.